All right, guys, well, welcome back to Mod and Pop Thrift. Thanks for tuning in. On this episode, I grab a box at a yard sale for $2, and it sells so fast that it's on this same video what it sells for, and it's a couple $100. So you'll want to stay tuned for that. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back to the storeroom. Let's do a little what sold. Nothing. Nothing. That's not entirely true. I had one item. All right, so I know I was griping earlier that I didn't have any sales at all. I got a couple more sales, nothing stellar. I got this sweet camel hat. I'm making sure it's tested before I sell it. And then I picked up this little lot. And these are like Corningware. It still has the tags on it. And then like a bunch of new old stock stuff. And then there's a bunch of track down here. And the guy's like, I don't even know what's in there. Give me $2 for the box. And he said that as I saw this. And I don't know what that's worth. But it's worth more than the $2 I paid for the whole box. It might be worth more than the $35 I paid for everything. It's got some damage on the fenders. It may have supposed to have lights out there that they cut off. I don't know. That's a way cool piece. Worth a shot in the dark anyway. All right, and this is what I picked up. I'll try to be pretty quick. These are new old stock. Look at the price on that, $1.59. They're glass bake, which I wouldn't normally mess with glass bake stuff, except I've never seen it new old stock. So there were these 3 pieces that still had the original liner. One of them doesn't have anything, and then this one has the price tag from Arlen's, and he even still had the shopping bags. So I don't know what the story is on that stuff. Arlen's was a store in Pekin, which is the next little town over. These are dated. They're gift wrap and tags, and the tags things are dated 1983. And so I got 2 of those for 50 cents a piece. This shirt, I mean, it's probably not much worth messing with, but for $1, still in the packaging, I thought it was pretty darn cool. This is another one that's the same deal in the packaging. I think it had a 50-cent tag on it, sanforized. So it's pretty old, made in Japan instead of the US, but I still think, and I think this one's made in the US, still think that's way cool. Barney twin flat sheet. Barney stuff tends to do well. I don't know. For $1, I'm probably going to be able to get 12 free shipping, something like that. So I'll make $7 or $8, I would suspect. I thought it had more pieces when I picked it up, and then it turns out it was only the flat sheet. The pillowcases and stuff that were with it didn't match. This fruit scoop I think I paid 50 cents for, and I probably wouldn't have picked it up, except it's new in package, vintage. These are not part of this pickup. Those I got a while ago, but they are cool. Look, they're stand-up cardboard signs for selling belts, and I paid $2 a piece for them. And they're priced at $2 a piece for the belts. The Ranger belt is a cool old-fashioned style of belt. These are for what appears to be an elementary school that is still around, and they feel like maybe they're wrestling uniforms, but they look like basketball jerseys, but they're like either heavy cotton or maybe even wool. But they say Peoria, Illinois on them. Keenan. This was a size 26. And it's a number 1 jersey, and then this one is size 32, and it's the number 11 jersey. Touring, this game ended up getting bought by Parker Brothers, so this is not as old as an original one, but it's all there, and it's in really nice shape. And some of these old playing card games are pretty good. This I paid 50 cents. No, I paid $1 for it. And I think it'll probably sell for $8 or $10 plus shipping. These are Louis Marks figures. Marks They did tin toys for a long time, and then they got into these big plastic figures. These are not in great shape, but I only paid $1 for the pair of them. And so we'll see. I really don't know what to think on those. This is a new old stock flashlight. Looking at this image, I would suspect this is probably from the late 60s or the early 70s. And it's a cool piece. I paid $1 for it. Mod of Mod and Pop Thrift is I really like mid-century modern stuff, and I really cut my teeth reselling on mid-century modern stuff. This is like it would be a plant, like a planter to go on like the top of your TV or something. It's a gondola pot. Very cool. My wife may want to put succulents in it, or I suspect I can sell it for 15 or 20 bucks. This is a bug killer thing. It's like that heavy hammered metal, and it's still in the package. And I just like stuff that's still in the package. And then I showed you guys I bought that slot car stuff, and I got all of this track, and I got all of these car parts. Look at this one. This is a like part of a motorcycle, and I'll be honest with you, not all the parts were together when I found it. I found the gas tank and the headlight and the front fender separate and put them back on in the bottom of the box, and then some car chassis and some car bodies, but no more complete cars. And then there's some motor parts and some axles and stuff. And so those are all going to have value as a lot to somebody. And then what did you find, Ash? What is that?
A Batmobile to go with this.
A Batmobile to go with that. Is that cool? Is Batman cool? Do people like Batman?
Yeah.
Who is in that car with Batman?
Huh?
Are there 2 people in that car? Who's the other one?
There's 3.
I don't think there's 3. I think there's 2.
There's 3.
Nope, there's a center like light in the middle of the car. Who rides with Batman? That's all I'm asking you.
Robin.
Robin! That's pretty cool.
Is this Batman?
No, this is Batman. And this is a light that goes on top in the center, and then that's Robin. And then we stopped at a garage sale, and I was able to pick up all of these shirts were 25, 50, or 75 cents. This is just it was a quarter. This is a local company that does like transportation. This is just a single stitch on a really nice Fruit of the Loom vest tag, pocket tee. That may not even have been worth picking up, but it was, when I saw it, I was like, that's cool. Winner's Circle. I didn't even look at these. They're 50 cents. So you'll figure it out with me if I can figure out when these are from. Penske Racing. That's not around anymore. Dodge. Ryan Newman's a big deal. That Ryan Newman does not seem to have a date on it. Leonard Skinner. This was 25 cents. I couldn't believe this was 25 cents. It's a double stitch. It's not old. It's 2004. On a Winterland tag. And it's double-sided. Leonard Skinner Vicious Cycle. So I don't know about that shirt. That's probably a really good one. This was a plain XL Fruit of the Loom, just a regular long sleeve single stitch. This one I really like. That sweet bangle print, single stitch, sleeveless. I'm not familiar with Cavell casuals made in the US, but at 75 cents, I'm not losing on something that cool. Rusty Wallace. I think this is another Winner's Circle shirt. Oh no, this is Chase. Double stitch. Nutmeg. Doesn't seem to be a date. And this one's single-sided. So yeah, there's no date on it at all either. But these NASCAR shirts do well. So I'll figure out how old it is. This one I didn't know. I don't even know who number 17 for the Bulls is, and I'm a pretty big Bulls fan. All Style Athletics. The green for the Bulls because oh, it's probably March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. Hey, what is March 17th?
My birthday.
Your birthday. This green shirt is Chicago Bulls, and it says 17 because of March 17th. So the Bulls always do a big thing for St. Patrick's Day. And then I found a Goonies Blu-ray to keep. All right, let's do some what sold. So we got those slot cars the other day. Batman, even in this terrible condition, this sold for, and untested. There's no way to know whether or not this thing works without the track, and I don't have a track that has enough parts. And it's got flat tires, like flat spots on the tire. You imagine if you tried to run this thing down a track, it would go flip, 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 flip because of the flat spots on the tires. That's sold for $64.99. This sold for $19.99, and it's just the top part of the car. This one sold for $14 plus shipping, so I know the buyer's all in at like 20 bucks. This sold for $30, I want to say. I'll put that up on the board. And these sold, I want to say, this is just like parts of cars. Here, I'll put the listing up. But it's just like chassis, and these are kind of a big part of the motor. And so these sold for, I know the buyer's all in at $42. I want to say it was $39.99 free shipping, and they paid sales tax. So the only thing we have left are these two cars, and this one's listed for like $25, and this one's listed for like $20. I may just lot them both together and get out of the slot car business for, if somebody would pick them up for 35 bucks for the pair. But if you find old, these are all Aurora brand slot cars from the 60s. Even broken parts are worth something. So look out for slot cars, but the 80s ones people do, but they're not nearly as good as these older Aurora brand. And then Aurora was making much larger. These are HO scale. Aurora was making much larger pieces in the 60s, the early 60s, and those are really valuable. But keep an eye out for slot cars, because you can make some good money if you find some older ones. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to do it for our video today. Thanks for watching, and as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.